there, friends. It is Renee and
Hey, bartender Ben, man.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Well, welcome to the Rose Hour podcast.
Hey.
We are so excited to have you here today. And there she goes, LeneNicole, our guest for today. We're so excited that she is here. Well, hello. Go ahead and wave to the people. No, go ahead and wave.
Okay.
We're going to bring in our guest. We're so excited. And today we're drinking the Bride Sisters Rosé because it's Women's History Month. We love a good old women's history, women, small business owners. So, kicking the month off with great women. Hey!
Hi.
Well, hello, Queen. Yes.
How are you?
Come on, Red Lip.
Okay. What your lip is getting red as well.
Yes.
And it's
You know,
popping over there.
We're here for a red lip. Yes.
You all have the scenery and everything in the background.
The accoutrement. Well, Miss LeneNicole, how are you? With the
I am
luxury?
doing well. Let me make sure that I can hear you all okay.
Yes. Get your settings together.
Yes, get all of that together.
Yes. We're so excited to have you. And so we're going to let people know. What are we drinking, Bartender Ben, today?
Oh, man. So we're drinking Black Girl Magic, from the McGrath sisters.
Okay.
Yes.
And I am drinking the same thing.
What?
Yes.
All right.
So I am drinking the same exact thing. So how are you all?
Man, I'll let you go first.
I'm great.
He's
glad
great.
to be here. I'm still living, still thriving, striving, and surviving.
Yes.
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Excited. It's Women's History Month, celebrating Black women small business owners. Like
Okay.
yourself.
And I think I fall into the equation.
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I have no complaints at all whatsoever. Today is just like any other day.
Yay.
I'm breathing.
Well, good. So, LeneNicole, you have a candle company. People want to know. Okay, how did you get started? Like, what is it? Give us the tea, honey. Like,
Okay. So, my name is Darlene. My middle name is Nicole. So that is how we come up with LeneNicole Candle Company.
I've been saying it wrong and I apologize.
No, that's okay. I mean, you just put me on a Target spin.
I did.
So I'm here for that.
I made it French.
Yeah. Listen, you claiming it. You're already putting it in the atmosphere. I'm across the waters already. I'm across the waters.
You over there.
Yes. So I pretty much got started. I was working at Bath and Body Works part-time. I do have a full-time job. I am a program analyst at DC government. In addition to that, I was working part-time at Bath and Body Works as a key holder there, just to kind of get my oldest through school at the time. And that turned into 3 years. I mean, it was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, because to me, I started looking at it as a way to get out the house. So it was like a social thing for me, because I developed, and I don't want to say friends, but I developed some good relationships when I was there. So doing all of this work for somebody else, just watching people come in and the customers come in buying candles over and over and over again. Well, I became that person. I think I still have a stash right now. I think I have about maybe 4 cases of 3 wicks from Bath and Body Works, because that's all I did was just kind of get paid, put it back in. And one day I was like, I want to make candles. Not necessarily that I even believed in myself at that time. I think it was at that time just something to say, So weeks went by. I'm researching how to make candles, but I'm not moving. Just like some of us, we are procrastinators at times when we don't really believe in our full potential. But the fact that something landed in me that was just pursuing more research into the candle market. So I started buying all of this stuff, throwing it downstairs in the basement. My husband's like, I mean, what are you doing with all of this stuff in the basement? I mean, I had jars down there. I had wicks. I had wax. I had fragrance oil. I mean, I had everything that it was to make a candle. But the truth of the matter is I was still working a full-time job and the part-time job. And I just didn't have time to do that. So fast forward, the pandemic hit. Then it was time for us to go back to Bath and Body Works. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I have to figure out a way to kind of generate some revenue, work for myself, and stay home.
Yeah.
Started playing around with candles. The first one was cute. I don't necessarily think no, the first one was ugly, but in my mind it was cute ugly, but it was enough for me. It was very fluffy, like
you saw the potential
right
in the candle that you made.
Absolutely. So I said, okay, well, maybe I should try another one. So then another one turned into, oh, well, I'm gonna just keep doing it now for baby showers, maybe like some family events. You know, anytime somebody see a gift from Darlene, they just gonna be like, here she go making these damn candles again. So that's what it was initially supposed to be. Fast forward to now, things just kind of really took off like really quickly. So I launched on my birthday of May of 2020. So I am not even 2 years old in business as of yet. Things took off really quickly, and I am very thankful for that. And I never seen or never thought that LeneNicole would have taken off the way that it did, because again, I just kind of see everybody else with small businesses. And sometimes, again, we are our own biggest enemies. So it's just like, okay, well, that person just has a talent. Like, that person is passionate. That person has a drive. And then when you look at yourself, you're just like, okay, well, I don't have a talent. I don't think I have the drive as them, because I'm not staying up to 3 o'clock in the morning. You know the saying, like, entrepreneurs don't sleep. And I was like, I'm not staying up to 3 o'clock. Yeah,
entrepreneurs got to sleep.
No, they really do. But I became all of those things that I saw in so many other people. And I think the timing was right for me, as I am not much older, but I'm older, because I always, even now, look back and was like, well, God, why didn't you tell me to do that in my 20s? Like, I probably could have been like in Saks or Neiman's but the fact that it landed in my lap, it was for me, it's mine, and it's just, here we are. And we have did a lot, and I won't say a year and a half. It's a little over a year and a half, but we have done a lot business-wise.
I know, because I know how I met her. I met her in the lobby of the building here. And
yes.
I was like walking in, and Miss Darren, the front desk guy, was like, y'all two need to meet. Y'all are like kindred souls. Y'all are hustlers. Y'all are like motivators. Y'all are like just women that just need to connect. And then also Casey, who was a caterer here, he was like, it's like a trio of y'all. Like, you do drinks and wine and excuse my language, shit. And then
I'm here for the drinks, the wine, and the shit.
Yeah, and then she does the food. He was like, y'all should be just doing stuff all over the place. And we were like, you right.
Yeah, and the fact that we genuinely connected, it wasn't even forced. I think, like, even the day that I met you, like, the event was over. I had already went and packed the car up. And I think either Casey or the gentleman in the lobby was just like, you need to meet this person. And me, like, I talk a lot when I want to, but I was just like, okay, well, who is it? Like, they were like, she missed the event. Like, you got to come back. And I came in there, and I even left my husband in the car for 30 minutes while I talked to you the whole time. Like, we were in there chatting it up. We were definitely chatting it up, because everything just kind of, we were chatty Cathy's.
Yeah, you know how I talk. I was like, candles, girl, you? And I was just like, how do I meet your best friend? And I'm awkward. So I was like, don't be awkward.
So when I left, were we best friends?
Yes.
Okay.
How are we not talking now?
That's what matters.
So I know Bartender Bit is all about business stuff too. So I know he has like a lot of questions about like just the business side of things, because like one thing is like you have a passion, right? And like it was like fun for you, and then like it became a passion, then you turn it into a business. And so like he's like the whole like business marketer and entrepreneur. And I'm like,
Okay.
so I know you got questions. Like, I know you. So go ahead and ask your questions.
Thank you.
Uh-oh, I'm getting nervous.
No. He's drinking, honey. This is all over cocktails.
Okay. So go for it. There's no right or wrong answers because he's drinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just want to know like how people do stuff because like here's the thing, and I don't mean to interrupt as I'm interrupting. Taylor Swift, I don't mean to Kanye.
No, you Kanye.
I am.
That's cool.
But like I think the thing is like for us, like especially like millennials, Gen Z, people of color, blacks, we don't share information as freely sometimes. And when it comes to businesses, unfortunately, we have a harder curve because we're not necessarily always as, hey, I did this. I think now we're coming into this space of you don't have to go down that road. I did this. You don't have to do this. And so
hello.
I'm excited about that. Like how we're having these open dialogues. And that's part of why we do this podcast. We really want to talk to people because we're both into the business sector. We want to truly help people understand, like, you don't have to do things the hard way. There are other people who have done this, who have gone through this, and you ain't got to do it hard. Like, if we could share information, like, how much easier and better we all could be if we just had open-ended conversations to connect and actually share resources with one another.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, now I'm quiet.
Oh. Can you describe a day where you decided to turn this passion, this desire, this kind of a hobby of creating candles into actual business that's, netting you profit? Like, can you describe a day when you was like, you know what? I'm going to start selling these. And people going to buy them for whatever I charge them. And that's how it is. Like, when did you make that decision, and how did you go about implementing that decision you made?
Okay. So I'm not necessarily sure if it was one day in particular. Let me go back a little bit to let you guys know that my degree is in business administration. Go Bears, Morgan State, go HBCUs.
Morgan State
University.
Hey!
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. So my degree is in business. And for a long while, I think I was forcing myself into an industry that I don't think necessarily was for me. And I didn't understand it at the time. So before LeneNicole ever came, I had attempted to start a company, Tomorrow's Future. So those that are on the live that know me know that I am just a genuine helper. So Tomorrow's Future was supposed to be more of a workforce development company. I wanted to take those that had like felons and people that were just, had challenges of writing resumes and things like that. I wanted to source companies that were hiring and put my people in there to employ them. So that is still in the works. I still have my EIN and everything for that. So when LeneNicole became a thought, I think my thought was always business minded to turn it into a business, only because I saw the number of people that would spend money on a daily basis working at Bath and Body Works for 3 years buying candles. And I mean, they buy candles when they're not on sale. Candles at that point, the 3 wicks were ranging $24.50. People were in there buying 4 at a time. Yeah. So when I started, I knew that it required lots of research because, again, I am a business person. So to me, I'm not necessarily selling a candle, right? I am selling a brand, which is first, myself included, because my customer service needs to come first. So number one, I'm selling to you first, my customer service, before I even give you my product. So again, I'm not necessarily sure if it was a day in particular where I realized that this was going to be a business venture, because I think for me on day one of researching, I knew that anything that I touched or anything that I had in my head was going to become a business. Now, even though I thought I was going to
Love
just
that.
start small, I think, and I want to retract that at the very beginning of the conversation, I said that, you know, I thought it would be like doing favors for baby showers for the family or just kind of giving gifts, because I thought I was going to start that small and work my way up to where I am now. But God had other plans. He was like, yeah, we're not doing no baby shower favors. You can do that and give them this wholesale catalog.
Yes.
But in the meantime, this is what you want to do. This is what I've already planted in you. And for a very long time, it's like, I think he wanted me to see that's what it was. But I was still forcing another industry of workforce development where the candle industry is probably what I needed. Like, why having a full-time job am I landed in Bath and Body Works as a part-time key holder? You know, why, even though I told myself I was there for the holiday season, did I stay for 3 years? So for me, I think that everything that happens for a reason. And I think that was my reason of him landing me at Bath and Body Works for the 3 years, to give me the vision that I needed to come up with on that day when I am standing in Bath and Body Works talking to a coworker and I say, I'm gonna start my own candle company. She looks at me, I look at her, and it just came from out of nowhere. But I was ready.
And you already had a plan.
Yeah, and so if that makes sense to you. So not a particular day, necessarily.
So, one of my favorite movies is Clash of the Titans, because I really believe it details the hero's journey. And the hero's journey is like any human's pursuit into coming to whatever their ultimate dream, goal, passion is, you know? So you look at the movie, you know, Perseus, the story is about him. He's the son of Zeus, you know, so he gets a sword, he gets a shield, you know, he gets these tools along the way that's preparing him for his ultimate battle, which is to kill the Kraken.
Exactly.
He gets a sword, he gets a shield, he kills Medusa, he gets Medusa's head, he uses that to kill the Kraken. But like, if you look at all of our lives in our pursuits, we do that. We get these tools along the way, and these periods and these points in our lives where we get prepared to operate at that next level. So, you know, hell, in your 20s, like, well, why did I do this in my 20s? Shit, in your 20s, you were going to school. You was getting your business degree. You're preparing your mind and formulating your thoughts to be like, okay, if you have an idea that you're like, hey, this is good enough to bring it to fruition, you're able to do it. Because you had those tools that came along the way to prepare you to be able to say, hey, look, I'm going to sling these candles now.
You are absolutely
how I'm going to do it. You know,
correct.
and all of us as entrepreneurs, we have that hero's journey, you know. We all have that story of Perseus. And I love this when we get on the show and we talk to business owners. They're like, hey, look, you know, I started out doing this. I ain't never even thought I'd be doing this. And now, you know, you're here, you're there, you know, you didn't clock your first M. You didn't did certain things, you know.
Yes.
Luxury brand.
Yeah, right, you done bought some luxury things with your luxury brand and your luxury brand income. And getting to that point is really that hero's journey that I really want to celebrate. So hats off to you for really using the tools that you had that, you know, that was afforded to you along your journey that made you, you know, available to receive what you're getting right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So it's good to just see, you know, business owners do that and go through the journey and come out successful, you know, because it all starts with an idea, you know, they influence your thoughts and how you move. And then it gets to a point where like, all right, I'm making money off this thing. This is cool. All right. And you face those trials and tribulations, but it's cool because this is what you really want to do. And
absolutely.
Thank you for finding your passion. I know I'm long-winded. Sorry, whatever. We got an hour. How much? 30 more minutes. I'm going to talk my stuff. She's going to talk her stuff. But I really appreciate that. So shout out to you.
I appreciate you for,
you know, round of applause. Like, I really want to say shout out to you as an entrepreneur of taking that dream and making it fruition. So
thank you so much.
Well, and also to that point, I see a lot of people in the comments, and there's been quite a few candle makers that have joined the live that it seemed like have been following your career path and have been successful because of you. So I'd love for you to talk about sort of like your mentorship.
Oh my God,
that
I can talk about for hours.
Yes,
oh God.
You provided a lot of assistance to other people. So not only did she create for herself, she's provided a space for others. And that's huge because not a lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing and noteworthy in itself. So my hat's off to you on that too. Like,
thank you.
You're creating space for so many other people. So love to hear about how you mentor other people.
I mentioned before with the company that I attempted to start before Tomorrow's Future, it had always been about helping people. Because I don't know, I think for me, it took a while for me to get to where I am. And I say that from a business aspect as well as my professional standpoint. And my professional standpoint, I didn't quite get to where I am alone. So I know what it means, or I know what it looks like when a person has the potential, they have the capability to do it. They just need that helping hand. They're not asking you to feed them anything from a silver platter. It's just like, hey, if you have information, can you show me? And I think at the time, prior to me going to DC government to be a program analyst, I worked with my family's own business. And there it was just pretty much outsourced support. So I was a customer service manager. Not only was I a customer service manager, I was with the hiring committee. So I had to go out and recruit. At this time, I think one of the contracts were in Baltimore, and Baltimore is a city that faces challenges. But I ran across tons of young ladies that the only thing they asked for was a chance. So I went against everything I knew. This was my uncle's company, and we still have that business today. And he would just be like, no, like this person is not qualified on paper. And it's just like, well, I'm gonna put my name out there for them. I'll coach them the entire time. And I promise you, I think that is where all of my helping came from, because it was once these girls got in there, I mean, I was up for a challenge. I mean, I had so many issues to deal with them. But when I got them to come to work, when they were at work, they were great workers. Did they have challenges like after work? And they would call me after work to say, hey, I need help with this. Like I was dropping Pampers off because, you know, they would call and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to come to work tomorrow because I need to save my last little bit of change to get my baby some Pampers. I didn't live in the inner city of Baltimore, but I drove to the inner city of Baltimore. You need Pampers for your baby so you can come to work because my name is on the line for you. You have to show up. So it started there. And by the time I got in the position of director of operations, I was just doing nothing but just recruiting. And unfortunately, I don't want to say it in a bad way, but people were qualified, but those weren't the people that I wanted. I was trying to give people that were not qualified, because I necessarily don't think that you should have to make people jump through flaming hoops to get minimum wage.
Oh,
yeah. So give them the opportunity and let them prove themselves. So it started there. Fast forward, now I'm in DC government. Love writing. People were like, well, who would you know to get in there? No one. Well, you had to do ranking factors? You do. My ranking factors are like 1 to 2 pages long for one ranking factor, because
wow.
I am a talker, and most people were intimidated about doing ranking factors for any government agency. Ranking factors. So ranking factors pretty much with the government. When you submit your application, they just don't want your application. They want you to answer 3 to 5 questions along with the application to demonstrate your experience. And the question may be like, demonstrate, if it's a customer service position, it would be like, demonstrate your experience of a time where you exerted exemplary customer service. Or demonstrate a time where you've had to deal with an irate customer. And people were just submitting applications, and what they don't know is you submit an application without the ranking factors, you miss a ranking factor, you don't put enough words in there, they just overlook your application.
Or
so you just
wasted that time.
Yeah. So guess what I started doing? Because again, I don't think that people should have to jump through flaming hoops. It's like, you give it a shot. I will proofread it for free. I'm not charging you because you already stuck your foot out there and showed me that you want it. You wrote the ranking factors. I'm going to proofread them. I'm going to add some more if I see it fit that it needs to be modified or what have you. So started doing that. So many people are now employed with DC government because they, in fact, wrote their ranking factors, and I looked over them to make sure that they, in fact, answered the questions. Now, to put a spin on the entrepreneurship journey, everything that I have done for LeneNicole required extensive research. And even though most people be like, okay, well, I'm gonna start a business, you just think, okay, well, I can just wake up the next day, start selling some things, and that's just the way it's gonna go.
And that's not how it works.
It is not. I mean, from the time all the way to, obtaining your EIN number, searching your name to make sure that it's not taken, registering with your state, registering to make sure that you're collecting sales tax, building your website, knowing the content or the layouts or your color palettes that you need to stick with on your Instagram page, making sure that you post, and all of that. Like, it's a lot. And especially if you are a one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the research. If a person is coming to me proving themselves and I can clearly see it, because I stay in somebody's Instagram profile, like, this person is doing a good job, but let me just DM them because I think they can benefit here. Or if I see you and I say, how is this Rose Hour podcast benefiting you? Like, is it lucrative? Well, let's talk about ways that we can make it lucrative, because I think you're onto something. So I definitely think you can make thousands of dollars in doing what you're doing. And from there, I just sit down and talk to people, and we just start like turning some wheels. So thus far, I have helped people start businesses. I mean, like start, like, don't even know what you want to sell yet. Don't know what your name is going to be. I have helped people build their websites from the ground up. And all of this is behind LeneNicole. So when you guys don't see me posting on social media, I'm somewhere helping someone else. We're going to learn Canva together. That's what we're going to do, because we need to thrive off of Canva. We're going to learn that together. We're going to build your Shopify together. We're going to talk about your price points, because as much as we are all in it to have fun and a grand time, at the end of the day, being an entrepreneur requires you to make a little bit of profit, right? So we're going to make sure the price points are good. So I'm doing all of that behind the scenes.
The Lord's work, queen. Like,
and I just feel like, because there's enough money out here for us all to eat. And it's not any fun to me to sit here and make thousands of dollars every year off of candle sales when everybody around me is not getting fed.
Because we can't all go on vacations. We can't all
No, hold on. And that's the thing, because I like to eat and drink. So I need to make sure that everything is still flowing, with my circle. And then not even with my circle, because I've had people reach out to me in my DMs still, people that I've never met, and they ask questions. And I have no problem answering any questions at all. Now, of course, I can't, stay in the DM and talk about, building a business from the ground up and what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to name it. But anybody that comes to my DM, they will tell you I answer every single question. There is nothing that I need to hide. Because you know what? I was once that person that started, that needed help, and I couldn't find help.
Listen, you just touched my spirit.
And that's me. And this is not for the live. This is not for Instagram. When I hang up this phone, this is who I am as a person. And I think for me, that's why everything is just connecting and flowing with me. Like, I don't expect anything in return from anybody. People's like, well, what can I pay you since you did my website? I don't need any money. I'll get it back on the long end.
Listen, that is one of the realest things ever. And we talk about this often. When you go out there and you just do, and you're able to provide for people, and your expectations is nothing. You're just able to just be who you are, and you're able to provide, and you're using your God-given talent. and you're helping other people, God will always pay you. You don't
Absolutely.
have to.
And you know what? And that's why I say for me, honestly, as much as I always joke about being paid and things like that, I'm never that person that's hoping or looking like, okay, God, I got you. What you about to do for me? Like everything is just really genuine. Like, I mean, there's been times where people reach out and be like, oh my gosh, somebody just asked me for a wholesale catalog. Like, what is that? I'd be like, time out. Give me about an hour. And an hour, like I don't even need them to give me anything. I've already went to their website, stole pictures, put their price points on there. The only thing I need you to tell me is what's your minimum quantity and how much you want to let this product go for.
And it comes back to you tenfold. Because, like, have you ever felt like sometimes when you just do something for someone out of the goodness of your heart, and it's like, I really just did this to help someone.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like something comes back to you. Someone else does something. It really helps your life so much more. And it's like, man, I didn't even ask for this.
Yeah.
Because it comes back to you. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you put out, it comes back. So, like,
yeah, that's what they said. And so, and I said, that's what they say. And so far, like, I mean, I feel amazing over here. I wake up in the morning with no worries at all. And even if that is what I get in return, no worries when I wake up in the morning, I am satisfied.
Yeah, that's one of the best things to wake up as.
Yeah.
Relieved. Like, no stress. Like, you gonna live a
no stress.
fruitful life.
No stress at all.
Yes. And I see comments coming. Yes, as I just told love you speaking real. Yes. You are speaking very real. So, like, how can people, like, find some of your candles? Because, like, you're doing so much, you're providing so much. How can people support you who want to?
Okay. So, well, of course, you can support me, number one, which is free, just by following me on Instagram. You know, because nowadays we need that extra push as small business owners. Like a lot of times, like people kind of scroll past posts and things like that. But what they don't realize is that small businesses like us and like you, the algorithm is so off that we need even a like to boost us back into the cycle, if that makes sense. Because if not, like by the time we post, we're posting for no reason because it's getting sucked down into the algorithm and no one's ever going to see it. So number one, definitely can support me by following me on Instagram, you know, liking a post here and there, commenting or sharing a post. That goes a long way for me. And I tell everybody that it's not always about a purchase for me. A mere fact of just following me on Instagram and just liking the post is fine. In addition to following me on Instagram, of course, you can go to my website directly. The website is listed in my bio. Even if you're not making a purchase, just cruise around, see what we have. We have some awesome items. We have single wicks. We have travel tin cans. We have 3 wicks. I mean, we have a lot going on the website. It's organized, but there's a lot for everyone. So I don't necessarily think that you can go to the website and say there's nothing there for you.
I love it.
So between that and Instagram, definitely support there. As far as storefronts, we are in New Jersey and Curate Noir. I'm there on Instagram too, so you can go in the store and actually purchase there. As far as those in the DMV area, we are in the Brown Girl Beauty Co-op. The name is changing, so it may be listed under Marjani or the Brown Girl Beauty Co-op.
Oh,
so, and that is very fun. That's at DuPont Circle. We've been there ever since we started. The year we started, we have been in stores with them. I absolutely love the relationship that I have with them. It's like a little Ulta for brown girls. Everything that is in the store is made by people of color, from beauty products, from hair, candles. Now my room sprays are there, so there's a lot going on. So there's tons of ways to definitely find me. The Brown Beauty Co-op being one. Curate Noir, that's in New Jersey. Online is Julo Shop. I'm not sure if you two have heard of Julo Shop. They are pretty much like an Amazon platform. That's how I always tend to call them, because I am manifesting for them. So they are a platform that only sells from Black-owned brands. And they have flat rate shipping of $9.95, but you can order everything from there, from candles to food to personal care and whatever. But we are with them as well.
Wow. Okay.
So we're a little bit of everywhere.
So like you just blew my mind. So I just actually, and I'm using my personal into the chat so people can see where you are, so we can't pin it because the video is over there. And we can't get up and post, like, so someone will pin it, but like, we can't pin it because it's over there. But what I will do later is make sure that when we do the repost that we pin, so you guys know it.
And I'll make sure you have all of the information.
Exactly. We'll make sure all the information is there. But I love, there's so many people joining. So many of my friends is here. I'm so excited because I'm like,
yes, thank you guys for joining.
Right now. I got besties in Chicago hopping on, and in Texas hopping on, in California hopping on right now. And they're like, wait a minute, who is this black queen right now? And they're like, she makes candles? Because we love candles. Listen.
Yeah.
When you were talking about Bath and Body Works.
Yep, soy candles.
Yes, let's talk
about. And for me, of course, you know, this is my shameless plug because my candles are the bomb. Like, they are the bomb. Like, they speak for themselves.
Okay, all the queens with your credit cards, listen right now. Go into it, Miss Queen. Talk about your candles. Go into what they smell like, all of that.
Oh yeah, so the candles are the bomb.
Moment.
I know, I gotta keep saying that. You know, so at one point I had a problem with bragging on myself. And I'll be like, you know, they're okay. You know, like you'd be like, well, tell us about yourself. So the candles are amazing. Like, I think that, and I'm not saying or taking away from anybody else, but I put a lot of time and effort into making sure that I put out a great product. Like, I don't want, and I'm sure nobody wants a trash product, but all the way just down to the unboxing. Like, a lot of things I take a hit for because I want it to be presentable by the time you get it in your mailbox. Like, I could use the USPS free boxes, but I want white boxes because I want to stamp my logo on the outside. I want to put my tape on the outside. I want to, you know, put my little cards and everything in the inside and make you feel special when you open it type thing. I want all of that. So I just want to, number one, put out a great product. The candles itself, sex, slow jams, and wine remain.
So is that the name of one candle, or is that
That is the name of one candle. That candle has been #1 from the day we started.
Can we talk about what that smells like? Wait, sex, slow jams, and wine?
Yeah, so sex, slow jams, and wine is very sensual. It's very sexy.
That's my hardest shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. No. We you don't need to apologize. So, yeah, so it's
Can you send me the information so I can buy?
Yes, and I mean, and that's what the candle is intended for. Like, all of my candles are representations of my moods. So every last candle that you purchase, like, I just want you to think like, I wonder why she named this candle, because they all have something to do with me personally. Sex, slow jams, and wine is a whole vibe.
You got a husband.
I mean, listen, I've got 3 kids. I mean,
it's
just whole mood. I mean, I love slow jams, like, just on a regular given night. You know, my music is always playing. I need my music. I need the candles. I need the wine. One thing leads to another. So that's how I came up with sex, slow jams, and wine. But it's always like a conversation piece too, because I think people started buying it based on the name. So now we have half people buying it for the name, half people that's just like, no, the scent is just very beautiful because it's very perfumey. It's not floral. It's not sweet or anything. It's just sexy. It is just one sexy candle. And even when you smell it, it's just like, yeah.
Take your breath away.
Yes. So all candles are soy. We have soy candles. We have carpet fresheners to match the soy candles. We have room sprays. We have body creams now. We expanded into the Bath and Body line. So we have body creams. We have bath bombs. We have natural soap bars. We have a lot. To go back to the candles, the first candle that was named that I initially started with, so that had always been my practice candle, is Fuck It, I'm Over It. Excuse my French for anybody.
I want that one too.
So fuck it, I'm over it. Literally, I was at work and I was just like, fuck this. Okay, but anyway, I was just like, I gotta go. Because it was just one of those days. So I literally wrote the name of that candle down on a sticky before I left. So when I came back, it was still there. And I was like, I can't call it fuck it. But I was kind of over it. So, and that was the very first candle. So that one itself, because we need to woosah at times, that one is eucalyptic, spearmint, and peppermint mixed together because it's like a whole zen moment to make you kind of calm down and take a breather. So yeah, so all of the candles are actually named after my thoughts, my moods, my feelings.
Thoughts and prayers are with you. Yes, I'm here.
I need that fucking I'm over it candle.
Wait, I'm here for. Okay, so Savior wines. Okay, there might be a wine pairing.
Yeah, so the
wine
pairing on his sex, slow jams, and wine. And then another favorite of mine that's a wine candle also is charcuterie and vino. Because God knows I can eat a whole charcuterie board. Like, that's all I want to do. I want to watch, like, Lifetime, old movies. But I need a whole board of cheese. I need jam. I need and I need red wine. So that candle came because every time I go somewhere, I'm like, do y'all have a charcuterie board? Like, anywhere I go. I can go to my girlfriend's house and ask for a charcuterie board. They're like, I got some cheese and some crackers, but I'm not making no board. You better eat these Ritz crackers out this pack.
I love a charcuterie board.
Listen, this is what happened today. This Monday we had to get him some Ritz crackers.
See, and just throw them the pack. Yeah, so Gemini, one of my girlfriends says Gemini is her favorite. So Gemini, I am a Gemini. So because Geminis are born in the warmer months, that one itself is pineapple and sage scented. Since it's hot outside, it's fruity. I thought tropical because I want to be on the beach with like a little umbrella in my hand. So that one is Gemini. And the reason that I selected pineapple sage is because it's hot outside when we were born. So I wanted a tropical scent to it.
And I see my friend Ramosa Wines out here. So shout out Desiree. The reason I'm bringing her up is because she's like a mermaid brand wine company. There might be an opportunity, and she's like, "Come on, Gemini,
come on, yes." And listen, because if you look at some of the brands, such as what is it, Cooper's Hawk?
Yes,
they have wine candles in there, and they smell really good. So you may want to think about that wine company. Look at me plugging myself back in.
Mimosa,
because I mean, nowadays people.
Listen. Ben and I, we like drug dealers over here.
People are being very creative with adding onto their brands. People are being very creative with adding candles onto their brand. I'll offer wholesale if you want to see my pretty little label on your candle. I offer private label.
Listen, we're brokering a deal at QVC right now.
Let's
like.
But
go
this
ahead,
not five easy payments though. Not 5 easy payments though. We want to do QVC. Yeah, one payment. Not, okay.
Yes, but no, you're to this point. Like we can make sure like you guys are connected. But I love this because what I know, and you know this for me. I love to have candles going all day.
Look at this big ass fire we got right here.
Well, okay, and listen, and that's so funny that you say that because, I'm supposed to be teaching you guys about candle education. So I can't laugh that you keep your candle going all day. But don't tell anybody. I made a honeysuckle 3-wick yesterday. I burned that thing from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. It was so strong in here that my daughter blew it out. She was like, Mom, like, this is ridiculous.
I'm here for that. I wake up and have a candle going and go to bed and we'll have a candle going. Like I am
okay, now I gotta close my eyes on that one. I cannot even act like I condone that.
I know I'm bad, but I'm like, well, if I gotta go, Lord, it's gonna smell.
But I get it because it's a whole vibe. And I tell people all the time that, to each his own. But if you don't have a candle burning in your house at all times, with like some Jilly from Philly playing in the background, and you just need it like real low. Cut them TVs off. Like you would be in an entire Zen moment. And then don't let me put it on shuffle with the new R&B songs on the Apple playlist. It's a vibe. It's definitely a
The whole
vibe.
mood.
I'm just saying.
Mood.
I'm not gonna burn the
Hence
house
my
down.
tag. Yes, a whole mood.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I'm really interested in your candles.
He's very intrigued.
Very, very intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really into woodwick candles. More manlier scents. Do you offer that?
Okay, so I do not offer wooden wicks. Wooden wicks are great, but learning how to actually test them to make sure it's going to give you the overall quality is very temperamental. So I feel like I am in a predicament where I'm already offering a great quality product. Would that be something I'll research down the line? Yes, but I don't necessarily think that I can play with the church's money right now by trying to switch it up on my existing audience. As far as something masculine and something on the clean scented line, you may be interested in Perfect Gentleman. Perfect Gentleman is a mix of teak wood, peppercorn, and all of those masculine. When you take the top off, one of my customers said it smelled like she wanted to pour it on her husband.
Did she do it?
I mean, I'm sure she.
I mean, like,
I hope
this
she
is
did.
this is a family friendly show.
Is it? Ain't no kids really watching this. We talking about wine.
So I don't know what actually happened behind closed doors, but she said it smelled like her husband bottled up in a candle and she wanted to just kind of pour it on him. And those are her words, not mine. It's quoted on my website if you go on the first page.
Hey, cool.
Someone's
so
asking
your
about,
website. That's the one I want.
so you want Perfect Gentleman. It's very masculine, but yet clean.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still going to give you that you're on the men's floor of Macy's in the cologne department.
I like
is what it's giving.
I like that.
He is smiling.
I like that.
Someone asked about, can I pull this down? Nope, I don't think I can put that. I think someone asked about Mother's Day.
Your scent for May for Mother's Day.
So Mother's Day, I don't necessarily have one scent. I have about 4. So Mother's Day, I am giving partial of the population what they've been waiting for. So Mother's Day will have floral scented candles. So Mother's Day collection will be your gardenias, your honeysuckles, your what else did I have? Gardenia, honeysuckle, English garden. So I think there's 4 in the lineup. So those scents will remain the same for Mother's Day because I get lots of DMs wanting to know why I don't have anything floral. I have to always remember that I'm not making candles necessarily for myself. And for me, I love honeysuckle. But do I think floral candles sell a lot? I don't. So
I think they used to. I think people have moved away.
This honeysuckle and jasmine is amazing. It's very, very.
That one will go.
Yeah, the honeysuckle and jasmine is amazing. So, but before Mother's Day, I have a collection coming out before Mother's Day. So I actually have a spring collection coming out before Mother's Day. So spring releases on the first day of spring, March 20th, 21st. Those will not necessarily be a spring collection. That is a cocktail collection. So
wait a minute now. Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Pair with sparkling wine. Like we got
look at you. You getting the first-hand information. Like the followers don't even know about this cocktail collection.
Listen, this is why you gotta be a rose.
Yes. So the spring collection will officially be the cocktail collection, and that will release on the first day of spring. That collection will be like things like peach Bellini scented, champagne toast, but that is not what it will be called. But it will be like a champagne toast smell, the peach Bellinis, a Mai Tai smell, and one other. But the
sparkling rosé. I see mimosas filling me on that.
Yeah. So the champagne toast is more so of champagne and berries and strawberries and things like that. That one necessarily is called brunch and bubbly because I got to put names on things. So brunch and bubbly is that one.
Mimosa, we gonna talk afterwards to connect with y'all gonna get connected because
we're ready for spring and Mother's Day
brunch. So hers is like a orange juice pineapple wine. It's so amazing. Maybe we need to bring her to DC when you release this. Maybe we have an event and we do some wine, we do some candles, we get y'all popping up here.
We can definitely do some things. And then I missed the part where I think you said that even for tonight, I could have come in.
Yeah,
I would have definitely done that.
Yeah.
But I read that
well,
today.
we can do that next time. Come on.
We definitely can.
Listen, y'all eat that charcuterie.
We definitely want to eat the charcuterie board. I'm going to need some little.
I'll make it.
Some
wait,
smoked
I have
salmon.
a festival next month called Bubbles and Brunch Fest. Oh, so we gonna connect y'all after this show.
Oh, absolutely. Let me bring my brunch and bubbly candle.
Yeah, see, look, this is what we talked about. This is what it's all about. Connecting. That's what we do.
That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yes. Okay, so we only got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
How can people follow you, connect with you, all of those amazing things?
Okay, so the easiest way right now to connect with me, because I don't think we've pinned anything, is just to simply follow me on Instagram. The website is listed in my bio. Shoot me a DM just to kind of introduce yourself. I speak back. I don't bite. Like, let's chat it up after this. So yeah, follow me on Instagram and just shoot me a DM. Those of you who are on the live, and let's make some things happen.
Yes, and I just posted it from my personal account because again, the camera's over there and I'm here.
Yes.
But follow, and then you're gonna put on your website the release of the spring cocktails.
Yes, the cocktail collection will be coming. So actually that, when I get off of live with you guys, that will be on my page no later than tomorrow, just to show you the preview of the pictures, because that's another thing, branding, photography. So I have my photos back for the cocktail collection, even though spring is not until March 20th, 21st. The pictures are already there. We're ready to go. Like, there is nothing that I'm waiting for to release this cocktail collection, but just spring, the first day of spring.
Yes, we are so excited, And we cannot wait to host you here next time you want to come. Anytime you want to come on over. We're going to have
I absolutely will. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. Any last words for you?
Nah.
I'm
joking. Yes. I would love to buy some of your candles.
Okay. We have a promo code for everybody that's on the live.
Oh, we got to post that.
Yes, what's the promo code?
Yeah, so the promo code is TRH. So Thomas Robert Harry for the Rose Hour. So THR 15. And that is valid tonight until tomorrow, 11:59 Eastern time. So feel free to take advantage of the promo code. I mean, there are some amazing candles. My personal favorites, depending on how much scent you want. If you're not a person that wants an overbearing scent, do not go for the 3 wicks because they are very strong. If you want something to kind of fill just 1 or 2 rooms, then you're looking at the 2 wick candles. If you're looking for something just to kind of fill 1 small area, do just the single wick, which is like the 5.5 ounce jar.
Yes, no, I'm here for 3 wicks.
Always. I'm a 3 wick lover too. I am a 3 wick lover.
Overpower me, yes.
Overpower you. Do not burn it and go to sleep.
I probably will.
Okay.
But somebody will hear it. Smoke detectors.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
so yes, THR 15.
Yes, and I put it in the chat, but also we'll have that code ready for people. Yo, we're gonna make sure y'all connected. I seen y'all get these candles.
I'm so excited to kind of see everyone in my chat after this, because I can't really read everything. So sorry guys, I try to read like the comments and stuff, but it's so small. So if you had a question and I didn't answer it, or you just wanted to send me some type of congratulations, shoot me a DM.
Yes. Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. You are so amazing. Next time we're doing it in person.
Thank you so much for having me, and I cannot wait to see you guys in person so I can eat his charcuterie board.
Yeah, because honey, I just eat the cheese and crackers.
I need the peppered jam and everything else.
I got you. We're going to make sure it is the best charcuterie that you ever had.
Okay, all right.
Oh, we just being silly.
I know.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. All right, well, you got to end the live, Ben.
Thank you. I'll wait for him to
Yes.
get up so I won't like just hang up.
Yes, we
Okay.
gonna be on your DMs trying
Okay.
to get some candles tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you,
Thank
guys.
you.
And don't forget to follow.
Thank
Follow.
you.
Yay. Ben, what are you doing?
How I turn up?
The X button, Ben.
No.
No X button in live.